Hi, I'm Rob, and next up in my Faction 500 series is FANG MOOR. Tricky one, this can be a bit of a bloodbath, particularly on the last stage, but that's all a part and parcel of the fun. Now I've got my horde level on level 155 for this, but obviously the higher you go with this, the better it can be, because you just hit harder, you stay alive longer, and it just, as the rest of these kind of delves and factions, makes it much more doable. But 155 is not too bad. Now the team I'm going for this is a Chief Dargon ×2, Horned Asp and Shaman of Set. So let's take a look at the other troops which were available. Let's go down to FANG MOOR. So Chief Dargon is there because basically it is an awesome troop for just boosting up the attack of your team. Gives magic based attack to myself and all allies below, and explodes a row. So it explodes the row you targeted as well as gets rid of all the gems above and below it. So you can actually still plan extra turns and a skull hit and a gem match and things like that with that. It's not like that difficult to do. It just takes a little bit longer to look at the board than it does as if you're looking to just destroy a single row, where you can just take out a single gem and see it's going to drop down to a gem match or a skull match. So a very, very good troop for that. And inflicts bleed on a random enemy on red gem matches, and bleed is not to be underestimated on this. 4 stacks of bleed is 10 true damage every single turn, and that is really, really effective. These are long battles, and that adds up over time and can be really effective, especially when you've got that on all the enemy. It's like, 40 true damage per turn just because you've got that stacked bleed up on everybody. Really, really good. And reduced damage from skulls by 50%. Means that is a good one to be in first slot. Now I've got 2 of these, but we're not actually going to really cast the second one. It's just going to sit there doing nothing. That is literally only there as a backup to our first one if we lose one. If you're going to lose one, you're typically going to maybe lose it on the second to last battle, maybe the last battle, which can be tough because of the way the enemy gets crazy attack at the same time, and the skull hits can be very random, so you may lose on your top ones. But if that happens, then the idea is you've got a second one in place. Horned Asp is really useful. Starts battles with 75% mana, deals splash damage to an enemy, and inflicts bleed and poison on all enemies hit by his spell. So again, the bleed going on 3 enemies at once is really effective on this, and you can target a particularly dangerous troop and just wear them down to get rid of them nice and quick with our high skull damage. And a Shaman of Set can be used. Choose a colour, create red gems equal to the number of gems of that colour, and again inflict bleed on a random enemy. Nothing too fantastic about the traits, but that is a pretty handy spell, because say there's 13 brown on the board and there's already 10 red. If you choose brown when you cast this spell, you're going to create like 13 more red, which is giving you a really high chance of getting a whole bunch of red from this for 3 of our troops, getting an extra turn, maybe some random skull hits, and take it from there. The troops that didn't make it into my team: Satori, create 6 skulls, boosted by bleeding enemies, inflict bleed on a random enemy. A lot of people are going to look at that and think that needs to go in a team, because we're boosting up our attack here really high. Surely that is a really good troop. You can roll with it with this, take out maybe Horned Asp and go for it with skulls, but the trouble is, for most players, the AI is going to be hitting really, really hard on some of those skulls, and you don't want to be trading skulls. When you cast that, even when there's a load of bleeding enemies, you're still going to get to a point where quite often it'd be like, yes, you get to hit them, but they get to hit you maybe once or twice, and yeah, it can get really messy. I actually prefer to control the board, control the skulls. On the last battle, when the enemy has one of these, I actually prefer to use Chief Dargon to explode the row of skulls in it, taking those skulls away, so when it actually casts this troop, it has less chance of getting a skull match. Satori Mage didn't make it just because it's not very good for this particular delve. Inflicts fairy fire on a enemy, then deals a small amount of damage boosted by bleeding enemies at just a ×3 ratio, and there's nothing special about the traits either. So pretty much useless for this delve, that troop. Don't like it at all. If you had Horned Asp at the same time, with that maybe, because you're benefiting from the splash damage, so the Fairy Fire will add 50% to that. But just on its own, with some Chief Dargons and this troop maybe, then yeah, pretty much pointless to have that story mage. And Shaman of Set, as we said, like it, and it is in the team. Right, so that is a team. So we're simply looking to just buff up our attack as high as we can, control the skulls by exploding the row that those skulls are in a lot of the time, hitting dangerous enemies with our Horned Asp, and getting lots of stacked true damage. Right, first battle in, let's jump in. I'm pretty much only going to cast my top Chief Dargon. Kind of only need one of them. But the reason we've got two is if we lose one towards the end of this set of battles, then we've basically got another one in reserve for the last battle, if that's where we happen to lose one. If we were going to lose one. But I do like the Horned Asp. It's a decent amount of splash damage, and the bleed is not to be underrated. If you get 4 stacks of bleed on a troop, you can be doing, I think it's 10 true damage every single round, and because of the length of some of these battles, that is actually a significant amount, which will definitely add up over time. Right, let's get our first boost. You can actually look around to see if you can make any matches with this, because when you explode the row, whatever line you're in, you're going to explode that row and the one either side of them. So you can actually look to see if you can actually make any gem matches afterwards. It shouldn't be just a random thing you just fire anywhere. You know, take your time, look around, and see if you can make any nice matches afterwards. If you take a skull hit like that, that's just bad luck. Not a lot you can do about that sometimes. 12 yellow there, going to create 12 red. Wow. That was... Sometimes these delves just like to stiff you. And give yourself lots of regular skull hits. We should be okay. Like I said, I'm not interested in casting this one. Much rather get mana for our other troops. He's there as just basically a reserve, just in case we ever lost our top one. Hey, we got a nice bonus skull hit there. Handy, handy. Right, let us... Oh, decided not to take the skull hit. Interesting. Lots of brown there. I'm not going to take this 4 match. Well, I could do, because then I'm going to get the skull hit afterwards. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That was definitely worth doing. I was going to say, there's lots of brown there to cast this, but sometimes just modify your plan based on the current position of the game. So let's get even more. Wow. I think I cast the wrong thing then. I think I meant to cast that. Need to concentrate better. And I missed the skull hit at the bottom. Oh my god. Should have taken that skull hit. But minorly distracted by the cat. Yes, I blamed the cat. Get rid of them, and that will nearly do it, and that definitely will do it. Right, so a little bit of a stuttery battle, that one, but we got through it okay. A couple of minor mistakes. Not going to be too costly on that level for a lot of players, but do pay attention. Right, check every battle, see what the enemies do, see if you need to swap to Orpheus medals or keep on your niches. No bad status effects there, or there, or there, or there. So we can stick to our niches. Obviously the way our team works, we're going to be concentrating mostly on high level skull attacks. So basically we have to go through most of these in order, but our Horned Asp can still stick in some significant damage itself, which is pretty useful. Our top troop ready. Do I like to get rid of these stone blocks? I find them a minor irritant. I do like to glance around, see if I can make any quick gem matches at the same time. Huh. Bonus skull hit. Why not? Alright, let's get our first bunch of splash damage and bleed going. Lots of brown there. This is a good chance to cast this. 16, converted to red. There we go. Loads of red. More attack. Keep an eye out for potential 4 matches. Nothing's particularly going on. Keep up the splash damage and the bleed. I mean, there's a lot of damage going on. Like this one here is taking 10 true damage every single round. It adds up. And when you add up what the total is of each of these troops, the health they're losing every single round, because of these are sometimes long battles, it's a lot of death, a lot of injuries for their team. We'll absolutely take that, and we'll send them on their way. Four is the maximum amount of stacks of bleed which you can do. Can't do any more than that. That's 30 true damage per round they're taking. That's a lot in total. Let us take out some of them purple beans. I missed that extra turn. Do take your time with these. See, I've always got the excuse that I'm narrating and talking and trying to be entertaining at the same time, that sort of thing. I'll always fall back on that excuse, don't you worry about that. If you're playing on your own, with no distractions, you can't use that excuse. Ah, awful, I'm going to get another skull hit then. Instead, we got to do it. So much brown there, it's definitely worth getting this up again if we can. We've only got 192 attack because they've done that annoying thing where they halve the attack. Look at that. So basically we need to get this going again. Haha, take that, foul spawn. Oh, did she just dodge that? Yes. Of course you did. Because there's 20% chance to dodge skull damage. But it happens nearly every time. Only joking. But it does happen a lot. Definitely more than 20%, put it that way. Oh. Lorks are lordy. Right, let's chuck that on her. It's not dodging that. And see, there you go. What's that, 2 out of 2 on 20%? Behave. 15 brown, that's pretty decent. That's good. We could do with another boost, to be honest. Let's clear them skulls. Oh, so clear the skulls and it actually drops down another set of skulls for them. It's like, you cannot make this game up sometimes. I'll hit her with something which she has no option but to accept. While being wary of just not doing anything that can give the AI some convenient skull hits, and yay, she didn't dodge it. Thank you. Right, who's next? Golem. Explodes a gem. Eliminates armor from all enemies, boosted by gems destroyed. Summons a hellstorm and death marks. Already enough reason to go to Orpheus medals. All Damon allies gain 2 us. Rubbish one. Don't care about that. And he kills someone on their team. Right, excellent stuff. Let's go to Orpheus medals then. Just because of that death mark. But it's delves. It's gems of war. That death mark will come in, and do not be surprised if it happens the very first chance it gets. So we definitely want to get rid of that thing. Right. First things first. Let's try and get our attack boosted. I'm not going to give him any bonus skull hits though. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Take out those stone blocks because I find them a minor irritant. This will give us a lot of green there. It's a good chance to get our top troop ready again. Yeah, that worked out okay. As soon as you get this sky high attack, the quicker things can start happening. Alright, let's soften up this middle troop. Again, never any intention of casting this one. It's only there as a backup in case we lose our first one during the course of these battles. Ah. Bonus skull hit time. So I don't like taking this one either, because even though it's going to give me red at the same time, it's going to bring these skulls closer together, and the chances are it's going to give them something which they want as well. So I'm going to cast this on purple, and we got the bonus skull hit. Lovely jubbly. And let's get our attack boosted a bit more. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving you a easy hit. Don't really like these ones either. I've just got a funny feeling it leaves behind a skull for the opposition. Or this one. Didn't. Good. Ah, and he killed the top troop, which was nearly dead anyway. That is not too bad on green. Don't mind doing that kind of thing. Yeah, let's go for it. Incoming skull bash. See, rather than cast this just like quickly like I am on the Exploder row, like it is better if you take your time with it and look around. Exploder row, imagine 3 entire rows are taken out, and you can actually predict cascades and a potential skull hit, a potential 4 match, things like that. So, like a brief example of that is if this skull was here, where this green one is, then we could cast this on this row here, because it would take out all 3 of them and would leave us with a skull hit, but only if that one was there, or that one was there. But they're not, so we can't. There probably is things like that around all the time, just got to have the time to look, but it would make it a really long video, so in that case I'm just going to get more. Now, bottom troop has been death marked. So we hope the 3 times Orpheus medals pull their weight. nice little cascade there. Now you're just hoping that we get stuff done before that death mark has a chance to do anything. And there you go. That's why you have Medals of Orpheus. 3 times a 10% chance to cleanse yourself. $12 brown, pretty good. Come on, let's have a couple of skull hits. Do like taking out the skulls, even though we're looking for skull hits. I don't mind taking them out because the enemy does hit pretty hard on these things. The funny thing is, he's just about to kill himself, which is quite funny. But he can have a chance of a summon, so it's still better if we killed him straight away. Let's gain a bit more life. Right, let's just see if he just kills himself. So I'm just going to do that. Yeah. Oh dear. Obviously he's going to kill himself, but there's a chance of the summon. But it's funny when he just kills himself without the summon. Oh dear. Anyway, let's have a look. 20% chance to devour as part of the spell. Oof. Same. He's come back. He's resurrected himself for the next battle. That was a bit sneaky. They got a summon as well as create 8 green gems. And a chance of another summon. But nothing to worry about regarding status effects. We'll absolutely stick back on our Noisha medals. Let's grab this first. Is it stingy? 25 gems. Sheesh. Right. Back in we go. Well, it wasn't a bad start until the potion explosion sort of kind of semi-ruined it. Right, so let's get our first boost up and attack. Paying a bit more attention to which row I'm exploding now. Let's get first lot of damage and bleed on the way. Lots of green there. More purple though. That's right. Extra turn. Cheers. More attack. Also yellow and red up here, so we'll take out them. Oh, little bonus there for the AI. Don't want to take that because it's going to give me a skull hit. No. I'm not doing that. And he just killed the bottom troop, but this time the Abarath did come in. Removes all gems, heal back to full, and gain life. Gain attack, rather. It's actually not a bad troop, that one, to be fair. Alright, more attack, more attack, more attack. And another bonus skull hit for him. And one for us. Fair's fair, I suppose. Didn't need to do that last move, really. Take out these skulls. Oh, another one. Come on. Every single time I do that, it gives him a bonus skull hit. Just taking out that top troop. 4 stacks of bleed on these. 10 true damage per round, per turn. The length of some of these battles, that is actually pretty decent. Get even more attack going on. Didn't take out this Angel Gem on purpose because it kind of skews the odds in my favour slightly, because if you're watching this video straight after I make it, it's going to be fine. The Angel Gem will still be in the game. It's part of the current campaign, and all it does is give Bless to a random ally, but still don't want to try and bend the rules in my favour. Cast this on yellow. Didn't get an extra turn out of that. Mildly disappointed, it has to be said. Oh, he killed... he just killed his own Aberrath and got the 30% chance of another Aberrath. That's pretty funny. Oh, I'm going to take out some of these skulls down here. I'm going to take out this because it doesn't give me too much of an advantage, really. Bless, it doesn't make any difference on this battle. Let's get rid of them. Oh, that's nice. Get rid of them. Now he's about to create a load of spiders. How annoying. Get rid of one of them. Chuck the damage on him. This game is nearly done. Get rid of that hairy spider. Cannot confirm it was hairy. Probably was. Most scary spiders are hairy. It's the hairs that make them scary. Hairy is scary. To me, anyway. Hey! Bonus Skull City Centre. Central. Or something. I'm not casting this anymore. Too dodgy. We're only one skull hit away from winning. It's a bit iffy. If this drops a skull down at the top, I'm not going to be happy. Still going to bring some more annoying spiders into the game. Come on, matey boy. You cannot survive much longer. You just can't. I'll take away some of his purple. Because of the potion of rejuvenation, we're only a few rounds away from basically being able to survive another skull hit anyway. Doesn't feel like it wants to set me up for a skull hit though. I don't want to do that. Too dodgy. I'm going to do that again. What have I got to do to get a skull hit? Just let the board get rejuggled, is the answer. Right, so a little bit shady on our top troop there, but that is why I like two of those Chief Dargons, because basically if we did lose that top one, we got a second one sitting there in reserve. And you notice I didn't actually cast the second one at any point in any of those battles. And that was completely on purpose to show that it's simply there as a reserve. So as long as you get through to the last battle with at least one of them, you should stand a chance. Obviously it's better with two, but basically it's just better to have the two of them there in the first place. What medals was I on? Yeah, that's okay. Right, so quick check. Gives life, attack. Explodes a row. Creates a load of skulls. So this can be a bit of a bloodbath, this one. Depends upon how things go. But we need to get our attack boosted. as quick as we can. Right, so let's get our first boost. Going to remove skulls in general in this one, because basically if they get to cast their Satori, then basically the skulls can go a bit wild, which we don't really want. There's a lot of green. This is possibly worth this. I'm going to go for it. That worked out okay. There's a wallop for you. Let's get ourselves another boost. Already gone up to 297 attack. Get some splash damage going on. And this can be worth casting, because obviously you get to explode a row at the same time on this final stage, because even though the top troop isn't given a boost, the other ones are. So if we did lose this top one, then our next three troops have got an increased attack. So it's certainly worth doing at this stage. Still going to remove some of the skulls though. Got to be really wary though now, because need to clear that top troop. Because if he keeps on boosting up there, the troops, we can be in a world of danger. Let's cast this on Brown. Give ourselves another boost. Hit him with the damage, because it is important to get rid of it as fast as we can. Not too worried about that. Let's go with the strategy of getting the second one prepared just in case the worst happens. Oh, we'll absolutely take that. So that's why I like to control the skulls, because if there was less or more skulls left on the board then when they cast that, we could have been in a bit of bother. Not enough of anything. I mean, 11 brown's not bad. If there was more red there in the first place, I might have cast that. There's not a lot of good options. Certainly not doing that and giving them a skull hit. Don't use a brown. If I take that, give them a skull hit. So I think we're doing this. $531 attack. That thing needs to go. Like, sharpish like. Whoa! So we lost our first one. Doesn't matter though, because when it comes to the no casualties points bonus, you can come back with any team that uses the colours you're allowed and do it that way. So all is good. That's why it was good to charge up this one when we had the chance, because we're now giving 641 damage, which is very nice indeed. A bit of true damage going on. Do like the way the bleed stacks. Let's take these, see if we get any bonuses. That is very nice, thank you very much. Get that going again. That's going to die in a couple of rounds. This is where this stacking bleed is really, really good. 4 stacks of bleed is 10 true damage every single round. Even without any skull hits or anything like that, they're going to die in 2 rounds. Next round, they are dead. Gone. Kiaputed. No more. No go. Zilcho. Zippo. Dead. On your bike. Cheeky skull hit. What am I talking about? I don't know. All I know is this game is very nearly over. They may as well pack their bags and be on their way. 11 brown, let's go for it. Yeah, and you're going to pay for that, Buster. Oh, yes, you are. Nearly there. Oh, I was a bit unlucky. And done. But yeah, a bit of a bloodbath near the end, but it's quite a lot of fun in its own way because of the power, whether you can get your attack up and things like that. But yeah, quite a enjoyable little delve, that one. I do quite enjoy that one. But there it is, there's the video. If you enjoyed it, found anything useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button, tell your guild, share the video around, that kind of thing. All is appreciated. But thanks for watching, and catch you again next time. Bye for now.